Hi, my name is María Carreño, and I'm a Colombian endurance riding. Welcome to Endurance Riding for Dummies, a beginner's guide. With insights of riders, judges, and vets, this guide will give you a brief overview of this thrilling sport. Endurance riding is a long-distance equestrian sport where the goal is to navigate through various terrains while maintaining your horse in top condition throughout the ride. It's not merely about speed, it's about understanding and caring for your horse, managing their stamina, and working together as a team. I've been in this sport for 15 years, and if there's one thing I've learned, is that every horse and every rider are unique. Training varies, and it's all about finding what works best for you and your horse. This guide is not set in stone. It provides general tips, but remember, you'll need to experiment. What I love most about endurance riding is the deep bond it fosters with your horse and the teamwork with your family. It teaches you to focus on what you can control, manage your emotions, build resilience, and celebrate progress. You learn to persist even when things don't go as planned, and it reminds you to quickly overcome setbacks and keep moving forward. When it comes to endurance riding, distances varies from 20 to over 160 kilometers. For beginners, any healthy, well-trained horse is good to start. However, as you advance to longer distances and higher categories, certain breeds, especially Arabians, are more suitable. Arabians have a higher percent of slow twitch muscle fiber, which is ideal for prolonged aerobic exercise. This means they can sustain a steady pace during long distances without tiring quickly. To start training, choose your horse and go on trail rides. Do it long and often, and find a friend who's already in the sport and learn from them. Turning to the essential gear, here's what you'll need. For you, a helmet. Safety first. Always wear a helmet to protect your head. Long sleeve shirt with a collar like a polo, it helps prevent sunburn. Comfortable pants to avoid chafing during long rides. Footwear, tennis shoes if you have closed stirrups, or boots with 12mm heels if you don't. Remember, there's two of you, so for your horse, saddle and pad. Make sure they fit well and allow complete shoulder movement. Lighter saddles are preferred in small categories where minimum weight is not required. Reins, bridle, and bit where the bit level or shank should not be longer than 10 centimeters. Leg protection. Splint boots and belt boots are recommended depending on the surface and your horse movement, especially if they have trouble with overreach. Moving on to training strategies, start slowly. Endurance training is based on the principle of long, slow distance. Begin with long walks to gradually build your horse stamina. This approach conditions muscles and cardiovascular system without causing strain. It promotes aerobic metabolism, which efficiently utilizes oxygen to produce energy from fats and carbohydrates. Hill work. Incorporate uphill walking to enhance strength and endurance, particularly in the hindquarters. Arena. Incorporate some arena exercise to strengthen your horse's back and core muscles, essential for supporting the rider during long rides. Focus on exercises that include flexibility and muscle tone. Incremental training. Gradually increase the intensity and duration of the trainings. Start with shorter, less intense rides, slowly advancing to longer distances, higher speeds, and more challenging workouts. Although competition should mainly be ridden at aerobic levels, more intense workouts may be needed to strengthen its cardiovascular system and aerobic response, enabling occasionally bursts of high-intensity effort, improving his heart rate recovery rates. Variety in the routine. Keep the horse engaged by changing the plans daily and include rest days. Training calendar. Develop a structured training schedule leading up to competitions. Plan the training with the longest ride approximately 3 weeks before the race to peak in fitness. Trotting and monitoring. After each session, check your horse's legs for any signs of swelling and trot him to see if he's lame. Also, monitor your horse's heart rate and recovery time to assess fitness level accurately. Rider fitness. Remember, the better rider you are, the better your horse is. Improving your own fitness and riding skills directly benefits your horse performance. We'll now focus on nutrition. Appropriate nutrition is vital. High-quality forage is essential, providing crucial slow-release energy for prolonged performance. Supplementing with oil supports fat metabolism, thereby sparing glycogen stores. Carbohydrates from processed grains ensure digestible energy without overwhelming the digestive system. Adding electrolytes, including salt, replenish mineral loss through sweat. Finally, ensuring access to clean water is vital for hydration, supporting overall health and endurance performance. Now let's prepare your packing checklist. So for your horse, first, regular food, and also some treats he likes but doesn't usually eat, as carrot or apples. 2. Water. Take water if it's possible because sometimes horses doesn't like water from other places. 3. Hay. Calcium-rich alfalfa hay is highly recommended. And fourth, all necessary tack including extra saddle pads in case it gets too wet. Now, for the rider, first, a spare full change of clothes in case it rains. Now, water, no sugar electrolyte drinks, bananas, peanuts, protein bars, and chocolate. General items: buckets, sponges for cooling down the horse, water container, ice bandages, pole and ropes for making a back curl, and brushes. A general first aid kit with supplies suggested by your veterinary. And one for yourself, including items for muscle pain, headache, allergies, eye drops, sunblocks, and any other essential you may need. And this is extra: GPS, watch, heart rate monitor, flashlight, pouch for your cell phone. Important tip: don't try anything new on the day of the competition. Ensure that all gears and supplies have been tested on you and your horse before the event. When you're ready for your first competition, start by checking with your National Federation and Endurance Association for general requirements. In general, influenza vaccine and equine infectious anemia or cogging test are required. Hey Pablo, can you walk us through what happens in an endurance competition?
Absolutely, riders go out by categories, by different stages, ranging distances between 20 and 40 kilometers in length. Throughout the ride, markers guide them through the terrain, with water points every 10 kilometers. After completing each loop, riders return to base camp, where they lower the horse's heart rate by providing water, removing the saddle, and cooling down before entering the vet check area.
Great, and can you help me explain the importance of the bed check areas?
Of course, vet checks are very important to determine if the horse is fit to continue. At the start, there is a pre-ride check to verify identity, review vaccination records, and assess general condition, including heart rate and body temperature.
And what about during the ride after each loop?
After each loop, vets evaluate heart rate, trot, and general condition. This includes checking mucous membranes, capillary refill, skin elasticity, gut sounds, wounds, muscle tone, and back pain.
And how does recovery time affect the competition?
Well, a fast recovery can give riders an advantage, while a slowdown set them back. If everything checks out, they can proceed to the next phase. At the final check, passing means a successful completion. And remember, to finish is to win in endurance riding. But keep in mind, any health issue can disqualify the horse at any point.
Hey, and what are some common health issues that horses face during endurance rides?
Lameness is pretty common, often by tendon ligaments and or stone bruises.
What other problems they might encounter?
Horses may also suffer from back pain, muscle injuries due to glycogen depletion, dehydration, fatigue, and metabolic disorders.
And how can riders spot these issues?
Riders have to watch for signs like loss of appetite, yawning, sign of distress, slow heart rate recovery, and resistance to walk.
And what can be done to prevent these issues?
Regular checkups and proper hoof care help detect and address issues early, ensuring the horse's soundness during long rides. Monitoring for signs of discomfort and checking for stiffness are also very important.
Finally, as we wrap up, remember to prioritize enjoyment and understand your horse. Start with conservative training to build endurance gradually and view each competition as a learning opportunity, avoiding pushing horses to their limits. Focus on long term planning and your horse's well being for a sustainable career. And finally, remember horses also need the three F's: friends, freedom, and forage. Racing freely, moving around, and interacting with other horses are essential for their physical and mental well being. Thank you for joining Endurance Riding for Dummies, a beginner's guide. Enjoy the ride and cherish the bond with your horse.